Hello, my name is Saunders-Harbaugh, and thank you for coming to my business plan presentation. Over the next 10 to 12 minutes, I will explain why my plan is vital to the health of the underserved community and how forming lasting partnerships with the tribal community has positive outcomes for AZRMC. I will describe my business plan addressing implementation and projected revenue and expenses, the value in both health outcomes and additional revenue for AZRMC will build the need for my program. I will address expected outcomes, benefits, and wrap it up highlighting my marketing brochure. I know your time is valuable, and I thank you in advance for considering this amazing opportunity. The business scenario I chose to start up is AZRMC Type 2 Diabetes Telehealth Program. Currently, there's a significant population living on the tribal grounds approximately 3 hours from AZRMC in Los Angeles. The community varies in age, but research has indicated there is a large number of men and women suffering from diabetes and in need of basic education, preventative care, and follow-up. AZRMC has partnered with the community clinic on the tribal grounds, and leadership is in full support of establishing a telehealth system for contact and medical care for the diabetic population. The goal of this project is to better serve our Native American population with knowledge about diabetic care, lowering their A1C, decreasing hospitalizations, and honestly just improving their quality of life. The implementation of my business plan will be key for overall success and initial community buy-in. Beginning the first week of July, the initial nurse practitioner and medical assistant will be hired. Ideally, the MP hired comes with a certified diabetic educator experience, but if the right person applied, we have budgeted for this expense. The NP and MA will immediately apply for the accreditation for the Diabetes Self-Management Training, or the DSMT, as their very first step. During this accreditation time, if the MP is not certified in diabetes education, this will take place. The rationale for the DSMT accreditation is the training that was created specifically to meet the needs of Medicare and Medicaid clients, focuses heavily on the Native American population, and serves as a reimbursement tool for program revenue. The next step will be a large marketing campaign. The marketing campaign will consist of brochures, banners, website creation, social media advertising, and meeting with tribal leadership. The fifth step of this plan is acquiring the actual telehealth equipment and contracting with Secure Telehealth as our program platform. The rationale behind using this particular company is they provide all services, training, support for one monthly fee. After equipment has been acquired, the training for all staff will begin. At this time, our newer staff will also receive education on AZRMC electronic medical records. From July to September, as clients are seen in the community clinic, we will screen for diabetes and obtain hospitalization information, provide them our brochure, and seek interest in telehealth services. We will create an initial client list and have the MA begin to reach out and set initial assessments for October through December. The rationale for the screening and tracking of existing clients is to create an initial client base. On Friday, September 28th, we invite everyone down for an open house style event where the community can come and see how telehealth works, try it, and receive information about our program. October through December, we will see approximately 210 new clients, and that's being very conservative. In the end of December, we will hire on a second part-time nurse practitioner to begin seeing clients on the 2nd of January. The second MP will focus on group-style appointments and cover when the first practitioner is out. The remaining 6 months of the fiscal year will cover new appointments and really focus on community and group retention. In late April 2019, we will begin to work on application for a grant to increase coverage for self-pay and poverty-stricken clients. The rationale for this grant includes seeking funds to help with our sliding scale self-pay population, along with medications and supplies for those who are unable and often deemed non-compliant. The money provided by this grant could also be used to increase our business hours, potentially offering a half day for on the weekends for people who work. The balance of revenue and expenses are a significant piece for this first year of the program. Operating revenue, salary costs, capital items, and other expenses all make up the budget. Operating revenue must meet or exceed expenses in order to remain a viable business. 3 expected revenue sources include Medicaid, Medicare, and self-pay based on a sliding scale fee. Medicaid will be the most significant expected source of revenue with the population we are reaching out to serve. The justification for the IHS, or the Indian Health Services, and Medicaid is this is the dominant insurance provider for the community we are attempting to serve. The sliding scale source of revenue will be our least payer source, and one duty of the MA in the office will be help provide applications for Medicaid for those who are interested in that particular coverage. The client-payer mix will be as follows. In October, we estimate to see, conservatively again, 60 clients at 30 minutes each. We estimate 45 of these are Medicaid, 10 are Medicare, and 5 are self-pay. The reimbursement amount is $59.04 from Medicaid, Medicare. In November and December, we'll add a minimum of an additional 150 clients to this program, attempting to make an immediate big impact on our community. November payer mix will be 50 Medicaid, 20 Medicare, and 5 self-pay. December will be duplicate of November. All clients seen October through December will be initial individual assessment appointments. This total, again, is conservative because we have to take into account for no-shows, hospitalizations, and people move. Salary and capital expense will be our 2 main costly items for my business program. The rationale for using MPs versus physicians is to be cost-effective and still give high-quality care, maintaining full billing potential. The first nurse practitioner will be a 0.5 FTE at $59.78 an hour. This is a total of $57,388 for the year. Once we have established a small client base, we will hire that second nurse practitioner at the same amount, which is a $28,694 for the rest of the fiscal year. The medical assistant will start as a 0.6 in the home health office at $18 an hour for 24 hours. October 1st, this position will change to a 1.0 FTE to cover home health office needs. The change in hours is justified by starting to see more clients and have more need for more follow-up. This employee will help set appointments, complete basic paperwork to provide to our billing department at AZRMC. The LVN of the community clinic will keep in contact with our MPs and provide all of the care and support that is needed for the client at a face-to-face approach. Several of our expenses have been incurred by the community clinic and our current home health office. The accreditation fee for my program is $1,100 and takes a few weeks, so we need to get started on this now. The largest capital item will be the whole telehealth system. The platform for telehealth is Secure Telehealth, and again, they provide ongoing training, support, assistance with the development of administrative, clinical, and technical processes for a flat $300 fee. The cost of the medical device itself is between $5,000 and $10,000, so at this time we have budgeted for $7,500. The bottom line is the first year is expensive, but it is needed, and the capital items are pricey, but also needed. With a generous $200,000 startup, the first year total revenue totals $255,620, and expenses are $178,018. At this moment, that's a $77,602 profit. Second year of operation does not include the large startup money, but has exponential room for revenue and more clients. The expected outcomes and partnerships are the real true win in this business plan. The outcomes expected are the reduction in overall A1C lab values, and second, a reduction in clients having to go to the hospital for complications or diabetic exacerbation. At the start of our program, each client will have an initial A1C as a baseline number and quarterly to show progress or regression. The initial meeting with the client will include information about A1C, diet, exercise, medications and foot care, which is the cornerstones for diabetic care. When the client arrives for the group or the follow-up meetings, we will draw additional A1Cs to indicate their progress. For client success, we need to be able to explain why these tests, numbers, and outcomes are so valuable to the individual. I would share the most recent news on A1C control. An additional outcome would also be the overall health of the client, improving, helping to reduce costly hospitalizations. First, the client is healthy, which is improving their quality of life, ability to work, and overall satisfaction with life. The client is able to avoid the costly hospitalizations, preventing potential hospital-acquired infections and lowering depression. Now I would like to show you our marketing brochure that I've created to explain our services and entice people to come on down and get our care. I've connected with the tribal leadership to increase awareness and gain support. We will make ourselves available to speak at community meetings and gatherings for the explanation of this upcoming program. At the end of July, we will launch a website with the Indian Health Services, resources, and general diabetic information. The website I have contracted with will be simple, explaining our services and exactly what telehealth is. I've created 2 social media advertisements focusing on Native American population and a brief health questionnaire. My target for marketing is 30 to 50, but we'll have information for millennial and older groups because we want everybody to receive our care. The rationale for my trifold brochure is to capture clients with already comfortable with using the community clinic and interested in their overall health. The trifold highlights the services we offer and why our program with the Native American population is necessary. The group of clients receiving this brochure already seek medical attention and are able to successfully get to their appointments. I encourage you to travel to the community, see how this impact will have lasting benefits for the community. Thank you for your time. Thanks.